Hey, this is Gary Clark Jr. and you're watching Noise11.
And we welcome Gary Clark Jr. to Noise11.com. We've been watching your story for quite some time, Gary. It's great to see it develop to a release in Australia.
Yeah.
So we've finally got it to that point.
Yeah.
But you've been doing some amazing things in recent times. Let me ask you about one of the things you just did recently with the President of the United States performing at the White House.
Right.
That must have been incredible.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. Kind of surreal. I haven't really soaked that one up yet. But, it was an honor to be there, and it was cool that they had a concert, pay tribute to the blues, the roots music. And, in my own little world, I was kind of spoiled. I got to be on stage with, like, some of the most amazing people ever, so.
Well, Mick Jagger, B.B. King.
Not bad. So
okay, I'm just thinking of how surreal this must have been for you. You look on stage and you see B.B. King, you look in the audience, you see the president.
Yeah.
I don't
that's
know. A pinch myself experience, isn't
Definitely.
it? Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It went by so quick too. It's one of those things. Did that really happen? And, but yeah, it was cool. It was good to be there.
Yeah. Well, it's been a great career so far. I think back when you were 17 years old and Austin declared a Gary Clark Jr. Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how that happened really, but that was another one of those things that I wasn't expecting to happen, but it was an honor for me. I think looking at it now, I realize how big of a deal that was. But when I was a kid, I was just in high school, and so I got to skip school early, like get out of school and go hang out, and didn't really realize how special that was. But
that should be a public holiday, shouldn't it, in Austin? Gary Clark Jr. Day.
I don't know.
Every school kid should have that day off from here on in.
I don't know.
When people talk about you, they talk about you with great reference to artists like Jimi Hendrix, to Stevie Ray Vaughan. Do you personally put yourself in that same category?
No, never. Those guys, along with many others, I don't think I would be doing what I was doing if it weren't for them. So, people will put my name in that or whatever. It's cool. It's kind of an honor, but I wouldn't. There's no competing with that.
Well, another name I see you associated with is Clifford Antone, who owned the legendary Antone's nightclub here in Austin. How did you come across him, and how did that then develop?
I was just hanging around, just like this eager kid who loved the music. Me and a friend of mine, Yves Montse, would go around and we just kind of be like the kids, just hanging around, like staring up at the stage, watching all the greats come through. Got to meet Clifford, and for some reason he gave us the opportunity to start playing and hang around and meet people and just kind of learn more about the music and the people in the background. And so that's how it kind of happened really quickly, I guess. How open and the blues community was to, because we were kind of nervous just being these young 14, 15-year-old kids, and we're getting to hang out backstage and talk to like Pine Top Perkins and Hubert Sumlin and James Cotton, and they're telling us stories about Helen Wolf and Muddy Waters and all that.
Well, I guess we don't have Hubert Sumlin anymore, or Pine Top Perkins.
Right.
Very sad with their passing in recent times.
Right.
Do you feel like sort of almost a passing of the baton, I guess, down to you, where you tend to take up the responsibility and wave the flag for blues music for in a position that a lot of these legends did in the past?
I don't know. I don't put that on myself really, but I definitely think that they laid a foundation that's been very relevant in what I do musically, and but I start to get a little bit weird when I think about passing the torch but
young kids are listening to you, and by listening to you, you are introducing blues to a younger generation?
Well, I guess I feel some sort of responsibility to let it be known that my foundation is definitely in rooted in blues, and I would not be here right now if it weren't for that. So, but yeah, if I can be any part of some sort of awareness of the music or whatever, yeah, I'm totally down for that.
A couple of brilliant collaborations in the past. Sheryl Crow, tell us about that experience.
That was kind of wild. I was talking to Doyle Bramhall II, and he was doing some work with her, and called me out to maybe possibly play guitar on some things, and that didn't actually work out, but I ended up singing on her record, and then got invited to play a couple of songs with her on the Crossroads festival, which was just kind of surreal to me, because I remember the first time I actually saw Sheryl Crow perform was my first concert ever, which was the Michael Jackson Bad tour when I was like 5, and I remember she came out and did the duet with him, and that concert kind of changed my whole life, and it was just kind of surreal. It's like, just be up on stage with her, and she's so sweet, and great artist, great songwriter, and it's cool to be able to get up and play and have these people show you some love that you've been looking up to for such a long time, and respect what they do, and they show you that back. It's really cool. So.
As we do this interview, the Bright Lights EP is rolling out around the world. It's been now released in Australia. Awesome. And when are we going to see another album?
Well, we got a vinyl thing coming, a 2-song deal in April, and then the full album is coming in September.
How far down the track are you with that?
We're good ways. I'm gonna go out after South by Southwest and go finish it up, and I'm excited. I'm ready to do it.
Special guests?
I don't know.
One, come on.
I don't know.
It's South by Southwest. This is where you tell everybody the news.
I don't know. Nothing to confirm yet at this point.
To be continued then.
Yeah.
We will track the Gary Clark Jr. story and find out who he has on this upcoming record. The big secret will be revealed at Noise 11, folks. And Gary Clark Jr., thank you for joining us here. Great to talk to you.
Thanks.